Hello, and thank you for joining me. We're going to talk about something very important today, how to stay safe when you're using Facebook. Now, it's such a wonderful tool for keeping up with our loved ones, isn't it? But we also need to know how to keep ourselves protected. We'll just go through a few simple things together so you can feel completely confident and secure. Now, I don't want you to worry about any of this. The goal here is just to make you aware. It's kind of like learning to look both ways before you cross the street. It's just a simple little habit that keeps you safe. So let's just take it nice and easy, one step at a time. All right, let's start with the most important piece of advice, right up front. This is really the key to the whole thing, and it's a very simple rule. So please listen very carefully to this next part. Here it is. If you ever get a private message on Facebook that seems a little strange or you weren't expecting it, whatever you do, do not click on any link that's inside of it. That single action, just not clicking, is the strongest and best way to protect yourself. Okay, so you're probably wondering, well, what does a message like that even look like? How would I know one if I saw it? That's a great question. Let's take a look because these messages are specifically made to surprise you and play on your feelings. Often, the message will say something shocking and very sad. Something like, "Did you see who died?" Or "Look who died in an accident." Scammers use words like these because, well, it's alarming, and it makes you feel like you need to know what happened right away. And right there, with those upsetting words, there will always be a link. The entire point of the message is to push you, to rush you into clicking that link without taking a moment to think. That feeling of being rushed, that's a huge red flag. So let's pull back the curtain and see exactly how this trick works. Once you understand it, you'll see it's actually pretty simple, and it loses all of its power. Let's just walk through it together. So first, you get that message. And it's tricky because it might even look like it's coming from one of your friends. Second, if you click the link, it takes you to a page that looks exactly like the normal Facebook login page. But here's the catch. It's a fake. It's just a copy. So third, when you type your password into that fake page, you're not actually logging into Facebook. You're just handing your password straight to the scammers. That's the whole trap. So why is this so important? What could someone really do if they got your password? It's good to understand the danger, not to be scared, but to see why taking that little moment to be careful really matters so much. Well, once they have your password, they can lock you right out of your own account. Then they can start pretending to be you. They might send messages to your friends and family trying to trick them or even ask them for money. And they can go through your private information, which unfortunately can sometimes lead to bigger problems. Okay, after hearing all of that, let's come back to the good news. There is a very, very simple rule that protects you from all of this. It's just one clear thought to keep in mind, and it works every single time. Here's how you can tell the difference. Just think about it for a second. If there was real tragic news about someone, a family member would most likely share that on their own public Facebook page for everyone to see. They wouldn't send a strange, mysterious link in a private message. Real news is shared with care, not with secrecy. So let's say our main safety rule one more time, just in a slightly different way. The most powerful thing you can do is to simply pause. Anytime you get a message you weren't expecting that has a link in it, just stop. Take a breath. That little pause is your best friend. Now, I'd like to talk for a moment to any sons, daughters, or grandchildren who might be watching this. You can be a wonderful protector for the people in your family just by sharing a little bit of this information. Here is one easy thing you can do. Find a quiet moment to have a calm, patient chat with a parent or grandparent you love. You can just share that simple rule we talked about, that real sad news usually comes from a public post, not from some strange private link. A kind conversation can really make all the difference. So, as we wrap this up, please remember, learning about these things isn't meant to make you afraid to be online. Not at all. It's about helping you feel more confident. Because when you know what to look out for, you are the one in control. And that's what keeps you safe. If this helped you, share it with someone you care about.